let's see if we can get this done in less than 7 minutes. So we got notes 1.1 sequence vocab. So this is our first lesson of Math 1. So first we got arithmetic sequence. Just so you guys know, videos you can pause and rewind, and I am going to talk a little bit faster, but if you rewind it, you get to listen to it again. Okay? All right, so arithmetic sequence is a pattern with repeating addition or subtraction of the same number. Okay? Common difference is the actual number that is added or subtracted in an arithmetic sequence. So a common difference would be adding 4, adding 4, adding 4. Common difference would be subtracting 10, subtracting 10, subtracting 10. It's the actual math, the actual number that you add or subtract. All right. Next up, we have geometric sequence. So geometric sequence is a pattern with repeating multiplication, or in parentheses, secret division of the same number. And I'm going to talk about that later in this video. All right. And then we got common ratio, which is the number that is multiplied in a geometric sequence. Now again, geometric has multiplication happening, so this would be like times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? A common ratio is the actual times 2 times 2 times 2 that is going on. So these two words go together, these two words go together. These two words and these two words. All right? We never flippy-floppy them. These two, these two. All right. So let's start with some examples. So take a moment, pause the video, and why don't you go ahead and draw these dot patterns. And I'm going to get started. Okay, so as we look through this here, in step 1, we have 2 dots. In step 2, we have 6 dots. And in step 3, we have 10 dots. So as we go, we are actually adding by 4 every time for our dots. So that means that we actually have an arithmetic sequence. And if we have an arithmetic sequence, that means we have a common difference, and I'm going to abbreviate that, of plus 4, because the common difference is the actual thing you are doing, and in this case we are adding 4. In our next example here, we have in step 1 we have 1 dot, in step 2 we have 3 dots, and in step 3 we have 9 dots. So this time we are multiplying by 3, or if you like the star, you can do that. But we're not gonna use the x for multiplying, because we have the variable x happen too often. So we will use the dot or the star. A lot of you in class like the dot. I'm a big fan of the dot myself. And we multiply that 3 again. So because we are multiplying by 3, this means we have a geometric sequence. And if we have a geometric sequence, that means that our common ratio is of times 3, because we are multiplying 3 as we go. All right, if you need to rewind it to watch it again, please do. Sorry that putting my pencils to the side is gonna be real loud. I'm trying to beat my husband, who's coming home any minute, and before my kids try to wake up. All right, so next up we got number patterns, and most of our notes are going to match our homework as well. So I try not to give you anything crazy. So number 3, we have, for step 1 we have 8, for step 2 we have 5, for step 3 we have 2, and for step 4 we have -1. So if you want to guess, go ahead. But in this case, we are subtracting 3 as we go down the steps. So because of that, we know we have an arithmetic sequence. And because we have an arithmetic sequence, we have a common difference of subtracting 3. Okay? If you want to pause these and see if you can figure it out before I answer, absolutely, please do, because that means you're learning and you can correct yourself, and I'm not even there, so nobody's going to know but you. All right, next up we have 40, 20, 10, 5. So we are getting less in this case, but we're not subtracting, so this is where that secret division is going to come up. So right now, as we go down, we are dividing by 2. But here's that secret division that I was talking about previously. So we are dividing by 2, right? Well, in a geometric, because that's what this is going to end up being, a geometric sequence, right? We can't say dividing by 2 because, I'm going to go back to a definition here that I didn't do in the class, but a common ratio is only what you're multiplying by. Now that means that we have to change this dividing by 2 into multiplying by something that's the same. Well, let's see if you can guess. Take a moment. You want to multiply by the fraction. So you want to multiply, in this case, by 1 over 2. So this is your common ratio, okay? Because that is what you are multiplying by. It's the actual number you're multiplying by, okay? So when you got secret division, whatever you're dividing by, just change it to a fraction, okay? All right, next up here. We got 2, 8, 32, and 128. These numbers are getting big pretty fast. So that's a very good indicator that you're multiplying, and in this case we are multiplying by 4. Where'd my camera go? There it is. We are multiplying by 4, and if we're multiplying, that means it's geometric, and if it's geometric, that means we also have a common ratio of multiplying 4. Okay. In the next one here, step 1 and step 2 are the same, right? We got 2, we got 8, but step 3, here we had 32, but here we have 14. And step 4, we have 20. So let's look at this. This is increasing as well, but not as fast. So that is a good indicator that we are adding. So let's see. We got adding by, focus. We are adding by 6, adding by 6, adding by 6. So that means that we have an arithmetic sequence. And if we have an arithmetic sequence, that means we have a common ratio. No, Miss R. I love when I make a mistake on video, and I'm not going to go back and edit this. So this is just going to be there. We have a common difference, hello, of adding by 6. Okay? All right, that's the end of these notes. We did not beam my husband home. We tried, though. Hope you guys have a good day.